So this was kind of underwhelming, but we're going to show it anyway. But Pantera brought out Bruce Dickinson the other day.
I did not hear about that.
When they were doing Walk, and I saw it like the first thing when I think it was this morning. I saw the video. I was like, oh, and so let's just play it because I was like going like, oh, maybe Bruce is gonna like sing a verse or something, but he's kind of like Token. You'll see.
The singer for fucking Iron Maiden is here.
By the way, this is sped up like I think 0.25 for a second.
Dude's got an incredible voice. I do consider him one of them. I mean, he's one of the kings, you know? He's one of them for damn sure, right? Yeah, absolutely. Let's not bullshit ourselves, man. Give it up for...
This is in Paris, by the way.
Bruce Dickinson. I'm gonna send this next song out to him, but man, this is for all of us, you see. Because I think that most of you will know this song. And that way, all of you can help sing this fucking song. Starts like this.
Did you notice that drone flying down across the front of the stage?
Oh, I did not.
Watching that, I was like, oh, this is like so like Terminator-esque. You can hear it at the regular speed. Phil's hailing him.
Yeah, that we're not worthy.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
He nailed that solo.
I was just gonna say, no one could even like. It's not exactly this. It's as close as anyone could possibly get.
He's not Dimebag, but it's pretty much.
He fucking nailed it. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Raise the fist up!
So that's the only time you can actually hear Bruce. I don't know if you heard that. He just goes, yeah, right there. Listen, that's like the only time you can actually hear his voice.
Well, because like the respect, like the whole audience is singing that part. So
totally.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Oh yeah.
That's like the only time you can actually hear his mic. I think he's just doing the respect walk with him the rest of the time anyway, though. So
oh yeah,
I watched this a couple times. I'm like, Bruce doesn't even really sing. What the hell?
I was gonna say you should have had him sing one of those songs with the high notes that they don't play anymore, like Primal Sledge or something.
Totally. Like one of the old Cowboys ones,
right?
Where, like The Sleep, or what's that song called? Can We Survive?
Heresy. They should do Heresy.
Oh God, yeah, exactly. Because like Phil never does the high notes anymore. So,
They don't even play those songs anymore.
Come on.
Here, let's hear it one more time.
Zakk is not letting Bruce Dickinson upstage his solo.
That's what Dime would have done too. You know, he's got to play it to the hilt. I was just thinking too, like the drums sound killer, but also I would like watching that. I'm like, okay, first of all, fucking Bruce Dickinson is like the great grandfather of metal, and Phil is like the grandfather of metal at this point. You know, so I'm like, it's like and then I was thinking about like. And there are plenty of other generational like heirs to that throne too, like Randy from Lamb of God and Corey from Slipknot. And like, but who's like this generation's heir to that throne? Maybe like Gojira and Knocked Loose. Maybe like, what do you think, Dredden?
Right now, I guess, yeah. It's probably hard to tell. There's so much music now. It's like. I don't know.
Yeah, but in the metal world, you know, it's like I was just thinking about because it's like Maiden and Priest and Sabbath obviously are like the first wave, like the OG all British bands too, like the first wave of metal. The second wave is like Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera. The third wave is like
Lamb of God. Yeah. Kill Switch. I'd say Kill Switch.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Slipknot's in there. And then what's after that?
Because that's the thing about Gojira. They're kind of
part of that wave.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
they're kind of from because they've been around a while.
They've been around. Yeah. That's the problem.
So I would say
Knocked Loose is new, and it's not.
Yeah, Gojira's not new. They're Knocked Loose. But like also like
even
what's Knocked Loose is new. Like they haven't really
it's a different type. Like it's kind of more hardcore. Like
right.
It's less like tradition. Like metal.
So like I'm just like there aren't really new bands of the last 10 years, maybe, and maybe I'm wrong about this that I can think
Ghost?
of. I'm not a big fan of Ghosts. I haven't listened to a ton of their stuff, but
they filled the forum and they don't even have like airplay.
Yeah, I've seen them. A lot of people like them. But
I haven't listened to much of their stuff, to be honest. Like, I'm not judging them. I don't.
Yeah, well, I like their first album a lot. It sounds exactly like Merciful Fate, though, which no one ever points out for some reason.
Oh, wow.
And then their most recent album, I really, really like a lot. There's some stuff in the middle where I only like some of the songs, and some of them are real, almost poppy. But then he's singing about Satan almost all the time in this really happy, let my Satan pray. You know, this really like, and I was like, does anyone notice he's like very, very much
That's
Satanist?
I
Yeah,
love
and they
like
do have a
happy
big crowd.
Satanism.
Yeah, so
That's
I had
beautiful.
to give it a chance purely for that reason.
They do
Yeah,
like the masks and stuff too. Like they're all dressed up in face paint and masks. And
Yeah,
stuff.
they have like a costume thing going on. That's like a new thing. So like Sleep Token and like some of those newer bands, like I don't see if that there's like a Lamb of God Gojira type band of the last 10 years. Maybe that's new, but maybe I'm just not, because I try to listen to a bunch of new stuff, but maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm forgetting someone, you know. But like,
It just feels like after like, I mean, there's been a lot of different metal, but for the most part, like the past 10, 15, maybe 20 years even, a lot of metal's been pretty similar in the way it sounds and like is produced. But then again, I guess not. There's a lot of different shit that I've heard like this year and last year.
Yeah, I mean, even bands like what's it called? Avenged Sevenfold. Like I didn't really dig Avenged Sevenfold that much until kind of recently. I kind of like when they first blew up, I was kind of like, ugh, I didn't like them. Now I get it. Like I like how he's doing more of like a Guns N' Roses type vocal style than just like going,
Yeah.
you know?
I like them, but they're another one where I like certain songs, but you can't throw on the whole album.
Yeah, I really like the album City of Evil front to back, but then after that, it's not like I don't know a lot of their stuff in detail. But there's some really great stuff on that, and I love the like, it's almost cartoonish. You know what I mean? And I love that it's got like it's a Warner Brothers album, but it's got that like Looney Tunes kind of vibe to it. Like there's a song called Sidewinder that I really love that it's like a guitar epic, but then it ends with this like Spanish like guitar thing. It's so cool. And I didn't, you know, they're a band, but I think it took me a while to
And
go.
Brooks Wackerman is their drummer, so you know they're yeah. Before it was the Rev, right?
That guy's
Rev.
great too. But Brooks Wackerman's got chops, man.
That just put them on the map for me because I only know, you know, we know Brooks Wackerman from Infectious Grooves. Yeah.
And Bad Religion.
Yeah.
Oh man, he plays on some of Bad Religion's.
He's played in a couple other bands too that are pretty big.
Well, so he started out. It's funny. I learned this when we watched this interview with Robert Trujillo. But Brooks started out in this band called Bad for Good.
That was Danny Cooksley's band.
It was fucking yeah.
The kid from Salute Your Shorts.
Yes, and the guitar player's name was Thomas McLaughlin, and Thomas McLaughlin was like a protege, like 17-year-old, but like all of them were like badass teenage like players. They were like they were like good musicians, like 14 years old, and Brooks was in that band, and Trujillo stole him. They stole him for Infectious Grooves. Man, there's such a great story where Trujillo was telling the Offspring guys about Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction, how they kind of stole Stephen Perkins for Infectious Grooves. Yeah, it's great. Like the impression that he does of Perry, because Perry Farrell, you know, is like totally stoned out of his mind.
Yeah.
Do that whole fucking era, but it was really good. But yeah, all that scene, like Venice, that whole Venice scene, like Brooks was part like that band, you know, Bad for Good was from Venice, and Bad Religion obviously from LA, and fucking Suicidal